Good morning, roomies. How are you? How is everything? I've had a really, really lovely evening last night. I spent some of it down the salon, just setting up the computer system. We've put that back in, just getting ready for me opening between 12 and 5 now, every day for retail. Obviously, can't get the salon open yet, but we can put some retail in. Morning, Nicole. How are you? Drop me a hi. Let me know you're here. I do love, I say it every morning, but I do honestly really love seeing everyone's little faces pop up and little messages. It's really lovely. Good morning. Okay, so today we should have had the amazing Ashley on, and he was, oh bless him, he had some emergency that he had to go deal with, so we're rescheduling Ashley's content because I don't want you guys to miss out, because what he does is really, really great. Morning, Dolly. But I've got something that I think you will like for today. You're going to get 2 for the price of 1 of me today. I'll make that clear in just a second. So one of the questions, I'm just going to remove this thing across my head today. It's driving me mad. There we go. One of the questions I keep being asked a lot is how to take great photos. I've covered a lot with Instagram, but I don't know personally how to take a good photo. I take okay photos. They always turn out all right, but I don't actually know what it is that I do to enable a good photo, if that makes sense. So I have somebody here that does know what she's doing. She's actually in the same room as me. I shall introduce her in just a second, and she is going to talk you through how to, or her top 3 tips in how to take a good photo for your Instagram grid. So welcome this morning to my little minion, Ellie. We're gonna try and squeeze in the frame here because Ellie's put together a presentation last night to so that you can read through the presentation and see what she's talking about. So she actually, we're a little bit of sticklers with schoolwork in terms of, I believe schoolwork doesn't make you, it's what you feed your brain outside of school that makes you. And Ellie has come to many events and conferences with me where she's come to learn, and she's got an amazing marketing brain. She is 12 years old and she is one of the marketers inside of my business. She in her words takes care of the future of obsessions. She grows the future of obsessions because she's very understanding on the fact that her generation is the next generation of my business, and so she's cultivating that now. Morning, Jane. And she does that through her Instagram account and her TikTok account. So what, in fact, do you want to tell everyone what you do? Because I just think it's absolutely phenomenal. She took me out for a business meeting and told me how she was going to start working in obsessions and what she does. So tell everyone what you do.
So I get my friends in to do their hair, and then at the end of me doing their hair, I'll take them to do TikToks while they're sat in the chair. So I'm their hairdresser, sat behind them, and we do TikToks and post them, and it just gets interaction through TikTok for the business.
So she's creating a want for her generation to be part of obsessions. Morning, Heather. So she absolutely, you love your hair today, Jen. It's like literally scraped back. She literally, and she could start the day with no clients in. She could start the day. She works from 10 till 1, isn't it? Or 9 till 1? 10 till 1, and she dry styles hair, so she can be curling or she can be straightening. That's it. And she feels, if she comes in and she hasn't got anyone in her column, this kid fills the column. She doesn't take no for an answer. She gets on the phone, she starts promoting. Anyone want their hair done today? She reaches out and she fills her column up. So to stylists out there that just accepts the fact that their day is empty, doesn't bite me anymore, because this kid at 12 years old can fill her column. So I think you should take a little leaf out of that book. And then she because she's doing that TikTok, her friends and anyone that's part of her school or the local schools around us, all are like, they want to be part of that because TikTok is like, oh God, how often do you do a TikTok?
Probably like most of the day.
Yeah, most of the day she's TikToking. So they're so into that. I've done 4. I think I've done 4 and they are really, really funny. But yeah, so just her whole brain and her concept on marketing the business is just so fresh and new, and it's things that I wouldn't naturally think about to be bringing her generation in. So she's got a great presentation, so we're going to share it with you. Bear with me while we get sucked into the vortex and I bring down my screen. Okay, so at this point you won't see anybody. Okay, but we can, if you want to move it up, just move it up to 2 fingers. So Ellie-Marie on taking great photos. What's your first tip, Ellie?
So the rule of thirds. This is probably one of the best iPhone and iOS tip because it helps you to find what's best angles and stuff for your subject, and will help you get better photos.
God, do you want me to do it or do you want to do it?
So
you just push it up with 2 fingers and it goes up.
So this is part of the rule of thirds. So basically, if you go into settings, you can put on a grid, which allows you to have these lines over your camera. And each line, there's 3 columns of 3, and you want to use 2/3 of these columns, which will help your subject get more focus and
helps it become the main
the main subject of the photo. So you'll be the first thing that people look at.
So if you can see on this one here, this one has done it in 2 ways. It's coming across here. We're going up the rule of thirds here, and this one's blank, but they're also going across 2 of the rule of thirds, and this one's blank. And it's the same here. They've gone up 2 of the thirds and they've gone across 2 of the thirds. So it's like this one here and this one here that's blank, this one here and this one here that's blank. And this is really clever. A really, really clever photo. Do you agree? Yes. Because they've done, for the man that's the subject, they've done across the rule of thirds here and upwards, but then they've also made the cloud the subject and they've gone across the rule of thirds here and here. I just think that's an absolutely brilliant display of doing it. So how do you have your grid on your phone all the time?
Yeah, I never take it off.
Okay. And how is it quite easy to find it in the iPhone settings?
Where's my phone?
You just dropped it.
If you go onto settings, you should be able to, there's a camera. What's it called? Camera. What's all of these called?
Down there, camera.
And then literally the second row down, it will say grid, and there's like a little slide button, and just turn that green, and then your camera will have the grid on it as long as you turn it off.
So if you're taking a picture of hair, you would aim for the hair to be kind of there, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
If this was that picture.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So tip number 2. When she told me this the other day, I was like, what? So Pano Length. What's Pano Length?
Pano Length is a tip that most people do know but don't know at the same time. It's just to get everything in the photo rather than having to crop stuff and get things taken out of it, and it's just a lot more suitable for people.
So the bit that you would know is this. You know, like when you're taking a picture of a landscape and then you move the camera around on pano setting and it does a whole length for a photo. I do that a lot when I'm out in Africa, when I'm on safari. But what did you learn?
So if you are
there isn't a picture because it's so new that, well, it's not new, but so many people don't know about it that there isn't a photo that I could find.
So say, for example, you're taking a photo next to the Eiffel Tower, and on normal photo, you are not able to get the whole of the Eiffel Tower in. If you press onto Pano and then turn your phone so it's like facing sideways, but you use it from the top of the Eiffel Tower and bring it down to the bottom of the Eiffel Tower, but you're stood next to it, it will make you not look as small, but you'll get the whole Eiffel Tower in it, and you'll get everything in the photo rather than just a bit of the Eiffel Tower in you.
I just think that was so cool.
It's just a way to be closer to the object you're trying to take a photo of, but get everything in at the same time.
So instead of what we normally do for Pano Length is this, what she's saying is turn your phone to the side, click on Pano, and then go upwards, and you will get yourself and the whole of the Eiffel Tower in the same picture. It just literally blew my mind.
And
so
you can literally be stood in front of it.
Yeah, you can literally be stood in front of it. So for the girls that have got really super, super long hair and you're trying to get the length of the hair in, but you're having to stand too far away so that it doesn't look nice, if you can stand in closer and just use Pano Length to be able to just bring it up and get that whole length of hair in. I just think it was absolutely, when Ellie told me, I was like, oh my God, that's genius. Why didn't we know about this before?
One of the best tips.
Yeah.
And then tip 3, we have storytelling. So every photo you take, well, most photos will normally have a story behind it. And this just helps the viewer of the photo to kind of have a picture of what you're trying to say. So in the salon world, they'll have a picture of what's in your products, how you treat your customers. So you could take a picture of your customers while they're in the salon, and it will just show a story behind what's happening and how much care your business is taking to put into the hair. And here's an example. So this would be saying that the world is massive and you're really small. So you're exploring the world and you'll never like see it all, if you know, like if you get what I mean.
Mm-hmm. So the world is, you're a tiny piece of the world. It's a big wide world out there and you can go and explore it all.
Yes. And this one, so this hasn't got any people in it, yet it shows such a amazing kind of story. It's basically saying that it's the destination at the end. So everything is pointing towards one point of the picture, which is the end of the photo. So that's where their destination will sort of be. And even if it's not, it's like a never-ending bridge.
Yeah, and to me, it's like, what's at the end of the bridge?
Yes.
So I want to walk down the bridge. I want to see what's at the end of the bridge. Yeah. Okay, I get you. And this was quite cool. So how is this telling a story?
This is showing everything that is put in the product. So the one with the avocados on the right, this will show that everything that's put into the products is earthly and natural. And the other, on the other side, it kind of shows all the care that's sort of put into your products to be used on hair or face and everything.
Yeah. So when we're taking photos of products, like Yaz, when we interviewed Yaz, she did some stuff with Olaplex herself. You know, if you've got products that have got avocado in it, cut an avocado, stick it in the picture. Make the products your own so that they're not things that are being seen constantly on anyone else's sites. I think that's it for your presentation. I'm just going to come back out of here so that I can go in and answer any questions that we have. Let's do this. Okay, really useful information. Wow, I've got to go, but thanks, Ellie. I will watch and take notes. Brilliant. Bonjour. Morning, Lewis. If anyone's got any questions for Els, ask, because she actually took herself the other day and did a whole course on photography to learn for us, because I didn't have time to do it. And obviously going back into the salon, we need to be on top of our game. So I said to Els, she had some schoolwork to do, and I was like, stop the schoolwork, do you want to learn photography? And she was like, yeah. So we bought her a course, off she's gone, learned what she needs to know, how to take amazing photos with an iPhone. And she did say she would come on and do these little tips for you today, but if you wanted to know more, she's more than happy to put a little course together and take you in a deeper dive in how to take some photos. So if anybody does want that, then just pop her yes please in the comments. She can get something sorted for you. When she tells me about stuff, I'm like, what? It's on my phone, I should know this. So it's really, really, really cool. Thank you, Els. Firstly, for standing in and showing up, bless you, but also for coming in and giving us the contents of your brain in a little bit about marketing and a little bit about taking photos. Is there any top tips that you can think of in terms of salon owners or stylists marketing to other clients that you can think of that you might be bringing to Obsessions that you haven't even spoken to me about yet? You can let these guys know.
So in what kind of pictures, or the
Instagram or TikTok, or
so with us, we'll be taking pictures of the clients sat in chairs and us, like with the COVID-19 situation, how we're dealing with it, and we're not just panicking.
Okay. Like that. We're not panicking.
Probably about all that.
So what
really come up with.
What do you want to achieve by taking photos of clients and the stylists, and what's the story? Is it? I'm guessing you're wanting to do some storytelling there.
I guess it's just that no matter what, we'll take care of our, like, because that's what all I've been about since I've joined. It's like, we want to show that we take care of our customers, and they're not just here to get their hair done. They're like our family and our friends. Like, we know them all by their names.
Yeah.
And that we do take a lot of care of our customers. We want them to know that.
I like that. I like that. So we're going to be telling stories, apparently, behind the chair inside of Obsessions on our Instagram, and showing that we are, and actually that is part of the human side of marketing, which is very, very, very popular at the moment. People want to see the human behind the business. So showing your human side is very, very great marketing for now. So I'm glad you've touched on that. So showing behind the chair and what we need to be thinking about and doing. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Well, guys, go away and get shit done. Go and take some photos. Go and play with Pano Length, because you will just go, what? Like, I literally took a picture up the entire room of my bedroom last night when Ellie was telling me, and I was like, oh my God.
It's all just in the same kind of, it's not lengthed out. It's just the same.
It looks like it looks like it's supposed to be like that. It's just like really, really strange. And it's not like a pano picture that goes a long way.
So you do it like this or downwards, but more the upways gets everything in the picture.
Yeah, really strange, really strange. So go and have a play with that, and I will catch you all at 10 o'clock in the morning. We're going to be going through planners, because a lot of the questions that I'm getting at the minute are about how to plan, and some of the people that I've given the planners to are just looking at them going, I actually just don't know what to put here. So I'm going to talk you through planning for the first 4 weeks of reopening. So you're done. Okay, you're done. All you got to do is press post or put it into Plannerly, and it just fires itself out. So we'll go through that tomorrow. Have an amazing day. Ellie, thank you so much once more. Really appreciate it. And we will see you all 10 a.m. tomorrow. Much love. Take care. Mwah. Have a great day. Bye.